Hello and a very warm welcome to Bharata First. You're watching FRP Explains. I'm Rausan Pereira. Since you're here, please like the video, subscribe, hit the bell icon, and share the content as well so that more people get to know about Bharata First. Right, I'm here to talk about something that happened over the weekend, and we witnessed the biggest ever such demolition carried out in India. The Supertech Twin towers came down in Sector 93 of Noida, which is just a few kilometers away from the national capital, New Delhi. Now, why did this particular incident make such big news, and what can we expect going forward? What does all of this mean for the real estate sector? What does it mean for home buyers, and where do we go from here? There are several unanswered questions after the Twin Towers were brought down. The bringing down of the Twin Towers itself is something that has been 10 years in the making. The matter has been in the courts from 2012 and 2014. The Allahabad High Court gave the order to go ahead and demolish the Twin Towers because they were illegally constructed, and then the matter went to the Supreme Court, and finally the Supreme Court in 2021 passed its verdict saying that the Twin Towers have to be brought down because of the intricacies that were attached to it in terms of bringing down these massive structures in heavily populated areas where there were other housing complexes surrounding it. There were several difficulties attached to it, and hence it took a whole year to actually bring down these Twin Towers, even though the Supreme Court passed its order. Several people have been under the scanner as a result of this. The officials from the authority in Noida itself, for their role in going ahead and renewing the contracts every now and then to ensure that rules were flouted to take these towers to such a height, because the original plan was much lesser than to what height it was actually built and constructed to. It was a group of senior citizens that led the movement from the front to ensure that they went to the courts and ensured that the illegal structures were actually brought down. It caused a massive loss to the tune of 500 crore rupees is what Supertech's CEO and MD RK Arora has said. Where does it leave the company? He has said that there are several projects that the company has already delivered. As far as compensation is concerned, the money, the investors have, the home buyers have been given back their money. 652 people have bought houses there in these two Twin Towers. About most of them have been given back their money according to what was agreed upon earlier. Only about 59 of them still need to be paid, and it is said that the builders have given assurance to the court that they too will be paid immediately. So this is the backdrop. This is how this is what happened to these Twin Towers. For those of you who haven't actually watched the video of these towers being brought down, it is the biggest such demolition that has been carried out in India. Several things had to be kept in mind before this actually happened, but in the matter of seconds, what took so many months and years to build was brought down to rubble. Now this is the video of the Twin Towers coming down. Now, for several unanswered questions. The authorities have said 100 other such buildings will be looked into, and action will be taken against them for flouting rules and flouting norms. It's good, it's wonderful that the authorities are going to go ahead and ensure that illegal structures don't stand anymore, because they cause a risk to human life, a risk to those who have bought these houses. But then again, there is the other side of the story as well, because there are several of these builders who are in a bad shape and unable to actually complete the projects or give back the money that the home buyers have put in, or give back the compensation. Now, who will compensate the home buyers? Who will compensate those people who have put in their blood and sweat into buying these houses? Who's going to do that? That's the big question that arises. If you look at a neighboring sector from 93A, it's sector 128. That is where JP's lavish, sprawling housing society is present. It's called JP Green's Wish Town. It's a massive project with a golf course and everything else within it, and 35,000 houses were to be built. That is apartments, condos, row houses, and the works, all of them. 35,000. Only half of them have been delivered. All of them have been sold out. The matter is in the court. IBC proceedings have been going on, and many of these people who put in their hard-earned money have nowhere to go now because these houses are just not completed and they're not available for them. That might be the plight of the other illegal structures that are in place as well. I'm not saying that these illegal structures should stand, but there has to be a mechanism in place where the home buyers actually get back their hard-earned money. And not just that, because this money has been put in a long time ago. So interest also at some level needs to be paid. So all these matters need to be looked into. Another question that needs to be answered: what about the real estate sector? An inventory of 6 lakh flats, apartments are left vacant in Delhi NCR. Several more are still under construction and not completed. So the real estate sector too is going through a very tough phase at the moment, and instances like this are only going to make matters worse. I again come to a point that human life is more important, but the larger picture needs to be looked at as well in the long term, because the economy too is not doing too well. The real estate sector is in doldrums and is going through a very, very rough phase, and that also needs to be looked into. Third aspect: why do we wait to the level and to the stage to which the Twin Towers reached? Why is it that the officials concerned, their corruption is nipped in the bud, they are caught? We have a mechanism in place to ensure that such kind of corruption doesn't happen. We have RERA that is in place for this, but we need to give it more teeth. We need to ensure that projects, illegal constructions do not even reach this particular stage, and those who are corrupt need to be dealt with an iron fist, and severest action needs to be taken, because they are toying with the hard-earned money of the home buyers, and they are also toying with the lives of those people who will be living in these buildings eventually, because the construction and the quality itself, if it is illegal and not in place and not well done, will cause some kind of a problem later on, if not in the immediate near future. So we need to have a mechanism in place where such kind of corruption is nipped in the bud and we do not see it reach this level itself. So these are 3 aspects that need to be looked into, and the overall picture seen as to how this can be dealt with. Of course, at the authority level, we are looking at an IAS officer or one of those bureaucrats who are looking into it. But does the buck stop at the bureaucrat? Does it go beyond? Can we openly say that there is no politician involved, or without the nod of a politician, these officials actually went ahead and signed on the dotted line and extended such contracts? The rot, I'm sure, goes much beyond, and it goes to the political class as well, and we need political cleansing too at some level if we want to see the common man do well in life and the common man get his or her due. What do you think about this issue? How do you think we should address it? What's the best way forward? I'd like to hear from you as well. Please leave your suggestions in the comment section below and let us know what you think about this issue. I'd be very happy to read your comments. That's it from me. Before I go, let me once again remind you to like the video, subscribe, hit the bell icon and share the content as well, so that more people get to know about Bharata First. And before I go, do have a look at the Bharata First Knowledge Center website as well. It's kc.bharatafirst.com. Have a look at all the content we have to offer there as well. That's it from me. See you again next time.